Hello, this is Dazzling One. This week's discussion is on revelation of the method. If there was a such thing as a shadow government, why would they bother to drop hints to the masses? My answer to that question would be revelation of the method. It is a theory first proposed by James Shelby Donner from his study of antiquarian alchemical manuscripts, and more specifically, a phrase contained within them must be concerning the means for inducing inevitabilism, self-fulfilling prophecy in a target population, expanded upon by writer Michael Hoffman to describe the cryptocracy in the book Secret Societies in Psychological Warfare. Revelation of the method entails the time disclosure for purposes of psychological warfare of previously well-guarded secrets by the secret keepers themselves. One component of revelation is the expectation that this divulgence of criminal power and perpetration will not result in any meaningful backlash or uprising on the part of the victims to whom the revelation was made, thus compounding their mental and spiritual servitude. Robert Livingstone described it as the preparation of humanity for the new age. Involves psychological and physical warfare in the form of spectacular crimes and events that filter through the illuminized media, have a ritual, cult, and initiatory effect on the populace. Revelation of the method is basically an occult truth that more of an effect can be garnered from an event if the event is made aware to the person who you plan on affecting before it happens, usually at a subconscious level. The subconscious mind can pick up on elements to the conscious mind that hint at future plans. In this way, it is possible to sow acceptance through subconscious exposure to numbers and symbols as presented in the media. 9/11 is the perfect example, as it was featured in many different shows before it happened, to plant the seed subconsciously, and the intended effects of 9/11 social change cannot be denied. It concerns mind control in the last stages and at a high level when you tell someone what you are doing to them: murder, mayhem, kidnap, rape, you name it, and they do nothing to stop you or protect themselves. You have created an enslaved subject. Some examples would be traumatic psyops on a global scale, 9/11, the Asian tsunami, assassinations. And you have to ask yourself assassinations. In the case of JFK, where he was shot publicly, if they wanted to get rid of him, why not through poison? But it had this far-reaching effect. New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina, serial killers, school shootings, Waco. Let's not forget the symbols and logos that we see everywhere with occult iconography. Messages in movies and TV shows. How many times have The Simpsons predicted the future? Look at the Brazilian plane crash, the 2016 election and Donald Trump's win, Ebola, 9/11, and many more. And TV nowadays is just telling us about racial tension, riots, the paranormal, an extraterrestrial invasion, the Antichrist, demonic possession. It's very straightforward. You don't have to try to read into it too much. It's right in your face. And the Illuminati card game has predicted many events. It's astonishing. I believe that the Illuminati card game fits very well in with the revelation of the method. And with these conspiracies, there's always the chosen revealers, with talking heads like Alex Jones and David Icke and many more. The gatekeepers are able to control the flow of information, control how the alternative media reacts to it. Revelation of the method, I have to say, is pretty brilliant on their part as far as it being so in your face, yet for those that are skeptics, they would just shrug and say, well, if there was really an Illuminati, then why would they let you know through music videos? Oh, it's just celebrities trying to be edgy and fit in with this Illuminati trend. But the thing is, the Illuminati garbage has been going on long before MTV was writing articles and all these mainstream media outlets were responding to quote-unquote the alt-right or fake news, which is another play on what they're doing. This whole time, with everything from Pizzagate, which people have done excellent research on exposing how pizza has been used in movies and in art, and it has double meanings. And I believe that overall it is most likely a psyop, although I believe pedophilia is a very real thing. But the timing of it with the WikiLeaks and Edward Snowden, I believe that is all part of revelation of the method, letting us know what they're really up to and just testing us and seeing if we're complacent enough to just sit there and accept it. This election cycle, there were more people who woke up but still, the problem is that the solution doesn't lie in a candidate or the left or right wing paradigm, and in order to have a new system, we'd have to create a new one rather than trying to build it within a pre-existing system. 2016 itself has been full of straightforward messages like many years, and it's my belief that in 2017 we'll see more revealing, more in your face. There really is this war now, I would say, between quote-unquote fake news and alternative media sources, whether they're right-leaning or more independent, and the mainstream media. I'm also interested to see what will happen with the change in leadership and how this all plays out. But as I always encourage, continue to keep your eyes on Yahweh and seek God, and don't be fooled by their methods and games. But I'm very elated that more people are waking up more than ever and taking a stand against it and not just accepting the garbage. And one thing that they did not anticipate, definitely wanted to leak all this to us to some regard. And some say that it's the law of the universe that they must tell us, or that God forces the devil to tell us before he does something against us, and that could be the case. And some believe that this is actually all just one big psyop to continually tell us and then do it, so we're more complacent to it. Either way, though, it's great that there are more people than ever speaking out against it, questioning, and not just taking what they hear, but they're actually thinking for themselves. I hope this was a sufficient summary of Revelation of the Method, and that you have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next year.